Hi, Brian Isley here again. Teach you a little geometry if you need it. You might remember me from such movies as Raising Arizona. I was the baby. So, without further ado, let's do some geometry. So, I'm looking at this triangle. I need to find the height. What I do is I always revert back to the formula of finding the area of a triangle. So, I know the area equals base times height divided by 2. And then I just fill in what I got. So the area is 576. The base I have is right there, 36. 36 times the height divided by 2. Now here you could do different methods. You have a calculator, you could go really quick. I just cross multiplied. So 2 times 576 gives me 1,152. And then 1 times 36 is 36h. And don't think I did that quickly because I've already written down the answer, so that's why it seems like I'm multiplying quickly. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 36 because our goal is to get h by itself. And if you're like Jack, you could do that really quick in your head. Or if you're like me, you might use a calculator. And I got 32. And do we need units on that? Well, if it's centimeters squared, this is probably 32 centimeters. There we go. Next problem. So in our round robin, number 2, we have to find the height of a trapezoid. We're given the area, we're given the base, and the other base. All we need to do is find the height. So I know that the area of a trapezoid comes from base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So the area is 576 equals base 1, 10, plus base 2, 38, times height divided by 2. So, I don't know. I can combine these things, right? So, 576 equals, well, that gives me 48 h over 2. There's a couple ways you can take this. You could cross multiply if you want. Or you could just divide that 48h by 2, right? So either way, I'm just going to divide that 48 by 2 to get 24h. And then dividing by 24 on both sides, I get that h should be 576 divided by 24 is 24. Wow. Go figure. Okay, now, next problem. There we want to find the circumference of a circle. I know the area of a circle is pi times radius squared. Or some people think of it as radius times pi. Same thing, that's fine. Then I also have circumference, and that is diameter times pi. And I know the radius is from the center, distance from the center to the edge of the circle there, that's the radius. And the diameter is all the way across, and you got to go through the center. So the diameter is twice the radius. So there's my diameter. So somehow, if I'm going to get circumference, and that's what this is asking for, I need to get the diameter. And the only way I'm going to get the diameter is if I find the radius. And I'm given the area, so maybe I can use that. Let's try it. 576 pi is equal to pi times radius squared. So, I don't know, for lack of anything, can we divide pi from both sides? It's just a number. Get rid of it. We don't have to look at it anymore, right? So 576 equals radius squared. Okay. Something squared has to be 576. So let's use that square root button. Maybe that would get it for us. So the square root of 576, I got to be 24. Just like the last problem. 24 equals my radius. So my radius is 24. My diameter has to be 48, which means my circumference has to be diameter times pi. And that beep was because of that bright idea that came from my brain. Okay. Next. Next problem we're going to do is this number 5 in the round robin. And I got to find the base. So to find one of the bases right here. And I'm given everything else, just not the base. Ooh, time to leave. That's right, I'll finish this problem. So area of a trapezoid is equal to base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So let's just fill in our information. 126 equals base 1, which is, I don't know, could I call that B? Plus base 2, which is 13, okay. Times height, do I have that? I do, it's 9 divided by 2. So how do you want to attack this? Maybe we could cross multiply if we had a fraction equal to a fraction. So let's go ahead and do it that way. So cross multiplying, I get 2 times 126, 252 equals 1 times all that. So B plus 13 times 9. Now you could multiply the 9 through if you wanted to, or maybe if it's 9 times all this, maybe we could just get rid of that 9. So divide by 9, and I'm going to divide this by 9. So 252 divided by 9, I got to be 28 equals B plus 13. So subtract 13 then, huh? Subtracting 13, B is going to be 15. Voila. Okay, next. 5-pound box of potatoes. And I want to find the equation of the line that goes through those 2 points. Okay, let's find the slope first. So finding the slope, I'll pick a y value. Any y value works, so I'll start with 26 then. 0.29 minus 9.85, those are both y values, all over. Now 26.29, right below it, I must put its x value minus the other one's x value. There we go. Doing that subtraction, I got 16.44, and on the bottom I just get 12, and using my calculator, because that's ugly, I got it 1.37. And if we keep track of units, on top the units were 26, 9.85. I think they were dollars. And on the bottom, well, it says 5-pound box, so that's for that 5, right? And it says 17-pound box, so on the bottom I have pounds. So this is $1.30, well, I think it would be $1.37 per pound. $1.37 per pound. Huh. So to find our equation of our line, y equals mx plus b, and subbing in, we have y equals 1.37x plus b. Doesn't matter which point you use, but you must use one of them. I'll use that one. So plugging in 9.85 equals 1.37x plus b. That x is ugly, but sorry. Whoa, did I write x? Shame on me. Good thing I got an eraser. Let's try that again. I should have 1.37 times, what's our x value? 5. Very good. Plus b. Too bad I'm recording. Okay, so we go ahead and solve this. 5 times that, subtract from both sides. I got b to be 3. Isn't that crazy? So the line equation is y equals 1.37x plus 3. So that part's done. Second part, what does the slope mean? Well, the slope, $1.37 per pound, and it's positive, so I would write for every increase of 1 pound of potatoes, I better spell this right, potatoes, I will pay. I should put you will pay because I will pay you. No, I will you. No, I will not a you. I will pay $1.37. Good. So Um, now I got to do the y-intercept. So 0, comma 3. 0 pound, is that pounds? Yeah, 0 pounds, $3, because that's the y, right? So I get 0 pounds for $3, which means I'm paying $3 for an empty, what do we get the potatoes in? Box. Good. And last but not least, one more problem. I got to solve this, state the angle relationship. So, right off the bat, I know that those two are alternate interior angles. And looking at those two, I think they are corresponding angles. So can we do something with that? So I think that using alternate interior angles, I could say that y, I wanted that to be black, equals 145 minus 5x. Okay, and the other one, I could say 130 then is the same thing as 10x minus 1.2y. Well, that looks familiar. Looks like I could use substitution on that, couldn't I? So using substitution, I'll rewrite this one. 130 equals 10x minus 1.2. And instead of y, I'll put 145 minus 5x. Okay. Now we just have to solve that. That's a lot of work. So multiplying out, I have, well, 130 on one side. 10x, that's nice. Negative 1.2 times 145, I think, becomes negative 174. Check my math on that. Negative 1.2 times a negative 5 is plus 6x. So I don't know about you. I'm going to add the 174 to both sides. So that's 174. And I get 304 on one side. And the other side, 10x and 6x, just make 16x. To finish, we just need to divide by 16, right? So dividing by 16, both sides, can you see that? Divide by 16. I get x equals, just a second, I can do this in my head, 19. Voila. So if x is 19, I can come back up to this beautiful equation and have y equals 145 minus 5 times 19. And doing that on my calculator, which works very nicely, I get 50. So the x value is 19, y value is 50. Thanks for watching, and see you in class. Bye.